Hey guys, Angry Monkey here. Yes, you're staring at an empty table right now. There's nothing on it except for reflection of light. Um, so I got some stuff to show you guys because well, first a game that I ordered a couple weeks ago, pretty much the same time as Mario Tennis and SpongeBob, was Mario Golf, and yay, it finally arrived. It's complete in box, really good shape. So that was the first thing I wanted to show you guys. And then second, I got from a guy on a Facebook PS2 collectors group. So I got some PS2 games, obviously, for my collection. So I got King of Fighters 2006. And by the way, this game came out... I have no idea. The little PlayStation shiny thing is covering up the release date. Mario Golf, by the way, was 2003. And another King of Fighters game that I got, I think they call it 6. XI, that's 6, right? Or is that 9? Or 11? Man, I don't know my Roman numerals. XI, that's 11. Anyway, I don't know when that one came out either. But we got both of those. And I got Raiden 3. I don't think this is the standard case for it. I mean, the front of it looks like it is, but I mean that's kind of a weird back. But yeah, I guess this is just a. It's got the manual at least, but I don't know if this is necessarily complete in box. It might just be disc and manual. These are complete in box. There is a little bit of damage on this one though. It's hard to see in the video, but there's like a tear. And like it's missing like the little plastic thing for all that. So I'll probably get a replacement case. I mean this is a legit case, but it's a little damaged. Like even one of the clips that holds the disc in place is missing, so it's prone to falling out. So I'll need to get a replacement blue case. Like I said, I didn't even know that they made blue cases. Anyway, then Guilty Gear. I don't know if that's supposed to be X or 10, but this game came out 2001. And then X2 Guilty Gear. This one came out 2002. So that was some other stuff that I got, but I'm not done yet because I went to my very first gaming convention today. I don't have any pictures outside of that. TORG, the Ohio Retro Games Gaming Expo or something like that. Yeah, I've never been to it before, but it was today, one-day event, and I thought, you know what, I'll go to it. And yeah, they had some really cool stuff. For one thing, they had this wooden-looking Game Boy. I don't know if that was real wood or not, but it was really cool. And now I'm like, I want a wooden Game Boy now. And the other thing was the Holy Grail for Nintendo 64 games, the Clay Fighters Sculptor's Cut edition. That was like $1,200. And then later on in the convention, I was looking at another booth, and somebody was talking to the seller of another booth I was at, and he's like, yeah, somebody actually bought that Sculptor's Cut thing. I'm like, whoa. Somebody dropped $1,200 for Sculptor's Cut. I mean, I want it too, but wow. It must be somebody who's trying to complete a 64 collection or something. So anyway, in case you're wondering, what did I get? Well, let's show you. So for one, there was this one booth that had a bunch of Famicom games for $5 each. I don't know anything about these Famicom games outside of its Dragon Ball Z, of course. So I don't know if they're a fighting game or what they are. I know there's one Dragon Ball game that's like an RPG. So that could be one of these. But I got 3 Dragon Ball related games. Well, one Dragon Ball. Well, 2 of them are OG Dragon Ball, and then one of them is Dragon Ball Z. Oh, there we go. That's showed you the wrong side because I'm like, oh, I thought I got one with Goku and Raditz. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this one's original. Or these 2 are original Dragon Ball. That's Dragon Ball Z. I'm assuming these 2 are part of the same series, so I need to get Dragon Ball 2. But I could be wrong. But anyway, I got those 3. Those were $5 each. I seem to have gotten more 64 games than anything else. So I got... Doorbell rang. Yeah, doorbell rang, and apparently a tree fell, and I don't know if it's my tree or the guy's tree, whose trees it is, but somebody's tree fell in this guy's yard. He's like, yeah, I can't lift it. Somebody else needs to do it. I'm like, yeah, that's not mine. Anyway, so, as I was saying, I got more 64 games than anything else. So I got Cruisin' USA. I mean, there's a little bit of damage there on the label. I don't really like that all that much, but I might be able to fix that slightly. And I got Cruisin' World as well. Now there's 3 of those. There's USA, there's World, and there's Exotica. Exotica is the most expensive. I'll probably get that at some point though. Turok Rage Wars, which I think is the only Turok game I don't have on the 64, so I got all 3 of them now. And I got Jet Force Gemini, which it's made by Rare, as you can see by the little R there. I've pretty much decided I'm going to buy all the Rare games on the 64 because so many of them are just so good. I mean, Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and Tooie, and GoldenEye are all just amazing and must-haves on the 64. So I'm like, you know what? This thing's made by Rare. I'm getting it too. So I did. Other games, moving on from 64. I did get Max Payne 2 on PS2. I got the first one recently, so now I got the second one. And I got Resident Evil 0 for GameCube. Just in case you're wondering, this game came out 2002, and this game came out, I don't know, 2003. Like I said, this one's 2003. Max Payne 2, I should say. So I got those. Got a couple Wii games. I got Wario Land Shake It. This game came out 2008. This one looked interesting because it's not a standard WarioWare game. It's like an actual platformer Wario game. Like the first one of those that is a Wario platformer game since not counting Wario World on GameCube. Pretty much the last platformer Wario game was on the Game Boy or Game Boy Color. So we're due for another one. In fact, we're due for another one since this. And I got Wii Sports Resort. I remember when this game was new. I remember playing the demo. This was 2009. I remember this in high school. It came with a Wii remote back in the day, because that was what introduced the Wii Motion Plus, which is standard for those games, or required to play those games. And so you would get a Wii Motion Plus Wii remote with a free Wii Sports Resort game. Well, like a $10 Wii Sports Resort game, because it was $50 or $60 or something, and a Wii remote costs $40, and the game costs $50. So it's get a Wii remote and a $10 game, sure. And this game for some reason is just really expensive. I mean, not really expensive. I mean, the guy was selling it for $25, and I got it for $22 or something. But some of the other booths there had the thing selling for $40. So I'll come back to that in a little bit. And the last game that I got Since I'm trying to build up my Sega Saturn and CD collection, and or either one, if I can get one for either of those systems, then I did pretty good. So I got D for the Sega Saturn, which it's not necessarily complete in box. It does have the manual. It does have both discs. So I'd like to get a little printout thing for the back, or maybe a replacement case, but I'm not too worried about it. I mean, the game's in good shape, and so I also got like 50 on it instead of 55. Yeah, I was able to get negotiations for pretty much every game that I bought. I was able to get a few dollars off, like $5 off, and this one, and this one were like $53. It was 60, and I got it for like 53. And then like these two would have been like 32 or 33 or something. I got it for 30, so that's not bad. These two would have been 32. I got them for like 28. So I did okay. There was no like major deals that I got, but this is something that I tried, and it actually worked pretty well, so I guess I'll just give you some advice for if you're at a gaming convention as well. Don't buy anything right away. What I did was I walked around the entire convention to see what everybody had. If there was a game that I wanted, I wrote it down. I wrote down what row it was in, the game, the console, and the price. And then after I went through the entire thing, I sat down, looked at my list, and narrowed down what do I really want. So I like bolded the ones I really wanted, deleted some of those, and like, not right now on these. And then I had a few maybes that were on there, and I kept some maybes on there just in case one of those items I really wanted got sold in the time I was walking around. And I'd be like, well, okay, this game's actually pretty cool. I'll go ahead and get that one, because yeah, I had these games, the cruising games. I had those on my list like 3 times or something, from like 3 or 4 different sellers, and their prices were pretty different. I mean, none of them were like. In fact, I think one of them had Cruisin' World for like 28, and Cruisin' USA. I mean, yeah, the label didn't have that little tear there, but like. Cruisin' USA was like 20, and this guy was selling it for 12, and I more or less got it for 8. So, yeah, I'm sure I could have gotten a negotiation price down or whatever on the other guy too, but that was something that I tried today, and it seemed to work pretty well. So I just figured I'd share that advice with you guys for if you're at a gaming convention. I'll probably do that for my next anime convention as well, is write down the things that I want as well as the prices and kind of like where they are in the room, and be like, okay, so these are the things that I wanted, let's narrow it down, let's see what it is. And I used cash for everything because, well, for one, it helps with negotiations of like, I got cash, so they're like, okay, cool, I don't have to worry with like taxes and all that nasty stuff. It'd be like, it's just straight cash that they could put in their pocket, like right there, right then and there. So yeah, that helps. And it just, I don't know, I just noticed that it's easier with negotiation purposes of, like they just see that wad of money, they're like, oh yeah, I'll take that, even if it's like $20, it's like 20 physical dollars. They're like, yeah. Versus like having to find their little app thing, pull that up, and you gotta swipe it, and they gotta text you the receipt and all that stuff. It's just this, done. It's that simple. Yeah, so I'll probably do that for my next anime convention as well. But yeah, I got some really exciting stuff here. Let me know what your favorite thing. And oh, by the way, while I was at this gaming convention, I actually ran into a YouTuber reseller. I don't know if you guys have heard of Phoenix Resale, but I met him, so that was kind of cool. In fact, he was actually filming a thing, and I was walking past him, so if you might have seen my face, for those who know who I look, what I look like and stuff. But I walked right past him as he's like buying something, and like, yeah, I might have actually gone in the negative today. We don't know. I'll know when I'm editing. Something like that is what he says in the video clip. But I'm like, oh, I've heard of you, because I was watching Retro Rick, and he's given you a shout out a few times. Like, oh yeah, Retro Rick's cool, and I'm like, yeah. So talked to him for a couple minutes, and I'm like, do you have any advice on like those who want to start like reselling and all that? He's like, well, what you need to do is like find your place, whether it's pawn shops or like Goodwills or whatever, and just like I guess like what he's saying is like narrow down to like a specific place. Like kind of know, like, it's hard to describe like how he said it, but he said something kind of like that. Because I guess it's like some people go like all over the place, and I guess he's saying like have a more narrowed vision on what you're trying to do, which I guess that makes sense. It's kind of a vague advice, but I mean it was still cool that he was willing to give me some kind of advice. Because I don't know, I thought maybe I could do some reselling type stuff too. I've got a few things that I wouldn't mind selling. I bought for the intent of reselling. I mean, local's better because I don't have to worry about shipping it. But yeah, I'll probably post some stuff soon of some things I want to sell. Not for my personal collection, obviously. These are things that I bought with the intent to sell, or games that I'm like, oops, this is a duplicate and I can't really take it back, so I guess I'll sell it. Something like that. But anyway, that's I guess that's today's video, and I guess I'll set out all these games too, so that way you can just kind of see what all I got. Something like this. Yeah, I guess that kind of shows everything that I got. That'll be good. Maybe that'll be my title card background image is something like this. A little bit more of a spoiler than what I like, but whatever. Yeah, so if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little bell so you're notified when another video game related video comes out. Whether I am doing another update video of check out what I got, or it's an unboxing video, or I play one of these games that you guys request for me to play, something like that. Right now I'm uploading episodes of Pokemon Coliseum, so if you're excited for more Pokemon, be on the lookout for that. Follow me on Facebook, where I post the videos on Facebook that I post on YouTube. Maybe if I get a little bit bigger, then maybe I'll be like, hey, what game do you guys want to see? And I'll give a little poll of these 3 games or something, and you guys can vote. I mean, with only 3 people, it's kind of pointless to do that, but that's an option. I also have an Instagram where I'd be like, oh, check out Raiden 3, and here's the front, and well, here's the questionable back, and there's all that, and be like, oh, what's your favorite memory of this game, and talk about the game a little bit, stuff like that. You can follow me on Instagram. I don't post often. I kind of forget I have it, but I do have it. So don't you forget. Be the memory for Instagram that I don't have, if that makes sense. But I do post on Discord all the time, where I post a new video, or I post, check this cool thing out, stuff like that, and I got conversations going on Discord and all that, and that's really fun. Talk about video games or anime like Dragon Ball or Pokemon, or post memes, stuff like that. All you need to do is say, I want to join your Discord. I'll be like, cool, here you go, here's an invite. You can join my little fun community of nerds like me and like you. I'm assuming you're a nerd if you're watching this. And I mean that as a compliment, because, I mean, this is cool stuff. And if you like this stuff, then you're a cool person. Yeah, I guess I'll go now. I'm rambling on at this point. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.